So we got two exercises we're gonna match up here. We're gonna start with our hangs and we're gonna go to our split squat, or our split stance chop and press. So Carrie's gonna start by demonstrating that hang. Long deep breaths. So she's gonna take a deep breath in, as big a deep breath in as she can. Filling up that whole torso. She's gonna hold for a couple seconds. Now she's gonna slowly push all the air out. Feel those abs wall up. Feel herself sink down. Another deep breath. So use your breathing here to anchor yourself. If you need to, you put those toes on the floor or a box. Use those legs as little as you have to, but as much as you need to stay up there. There we go. After 30 seconds, we're gonna come over to our band and we have our split stance chop and press. So you're gonna start on the floor in your split squat, like down at the bottom, our 90-90 position here. And now what Carrie's gonna do, she's gonna push herself forward through that back leg to drive up. So she's squeezing out. Get that back leg as straight as you can, Carrie. Yeah, there we go. So now she's squeezing that back loop. She's pulling that band down, pressing it out, bring it back in. Deep breath in as she reaches up. Now, if you want to make this a little bit heavier, you scoot further away from that anchor point. So you just move further away from the wall to really challenge yourself. You want to resist that rotation. So you want there to be a little bit of a pull there that you're going to work against, rotating through. If you need to, you can go down to the floor to your half kneeling position to work this one as well. So we rotate up, pull it down, that's our chop, and then we press it out. We'll go back to the hangs and we'll come back to this facing the other direction. We have two more exercises here. We're gonna put together core exercise combined with a glute exercise here. So we're gonna start with stir the pot. So Lynn's got those forearms and elbows on the ball. Glutes are squeezed, abs are walled up. Now she's gonna make some small circles to get started here. Start small, and then you can keep making those circles bigger just to explore that range of motion. Make sure you're keeping yourself safe. Make sure you're not feeling too much pressure on your lower back here. If you need to, you're just gonna hold that plank on that ball. You can also do a plank from the floor if you need a little bit more stability here. The second exercise is our glute bridges, or our ball, technically it's we call it supine hip extension leg curl, but sometimes it's easier to just call them ball bridges. So Lynn's gonna get her calves and ankles and feet on the top of the ball, drive those elbows into the floor. She's gonna pull those feet in, driving those hips up, hips go back down, feet go back out. Again, feet in, drive those hips up nice and tight, pull back down and back out. Now, just like in boot camp, you can keep those hips up the entire time as you're working. This one's gonna be a little more challenging for those hamstrings here as well. Focus on a strong glute bridge at the top there, crushing that acorn between those cheeks. If you want, you can work those power bridges where you go from that relaxed position on the floor, pull in and drive up at the same time, but that's a lot of work for those hamstrings. So take your time here, whatever adjustments you need to make, 30 seconds of each. So for our power development here, we're going to start on the row. We're going to combine that with some bear crawls or any crawl variation we're going to work on here. So on the rower, we're going to go 150 meters here. So we're going to get our screen set up nice and simple here, and then you'll do the countdown for us. We're going to go for 150 meters. Think about power, not speed here. So Carrie's demonstrating. Nice deep breath in on the way in. Nice flat back. She's going to drive out, push that air out. She's pulling. Think about power on those pulls here. I want you to really pull hard. You're gonna get more distance faster this way. Don't think about moving really quick. Think about pulling fast and hard on each rep here. So once you're done, the clock or the meters get down to 0. We're gonna put that handle back in holster, get those feet out of those stirrups, and we're gonna come to the edge of the floor. We're gonna crawl one length of the floor. So we have a few options here as well. You can go with that traditional bear crawl, where we're gonna go opposite hand and foot here, so knees just up off the floor, opposite hand and foot, wall up those abs, taking your time here, steady breathing after you just came off that rower. Focus on your breathing and take your time. Now, if you want, you can also practice a slider crawl, grabbing a set of sliders, put those hands on the sliders, wall up those abs. Now you're driving through those legs while you're pushing the ground away from you through those arms here. You can also work an army crawl, which is gonna be a lot more core intensive here. Take your time with it. This one, you're gonna get the balls of your feet on those sliders, wall up those abs down on your forearms. Start with small steps here, reaching with that elbow, pulling with those arms, wall up those abs, glutes are squeezed nice and tight here as you're working this one. You can also practice our square crawl, which we were working on last month in Strength Club, where we'll go sideways across the floor. Let's turn so they can see from this angle, Carrie. There we go. So now Carrie's gonna bring her hands together as she pushes those knees apart. Notice how she's pushing the knees out, not just focusing on her feet here. We slider crawl or side crawl down. If you do the side crawl on the second set, you want to make sure you face the other direction as you're working here, okay? For our strength training this month, we are going to be working on 5 rep sets, which means we want some heavy weight that we're working for 5 reps. We also want you to feel like you could probably do maybe a 6, so we want to leave 1 rep in the tank until we get to that 3rd set, and then if you really want to challenge yourself. But we want 5 heavy reps here. So we have 3 exercises we're going to work through here. The first one Coach Lynn's going to be demonstrating is our hip bridge rows. So we're going to get set up underneath our anchor point. You want the handles high enough that you are not touching the floor with your back. Now Lynn's gonna drive those hips up, squeezing those glutes nice and tight, and now she's gonna pull that bar down to her chest, and what's gonna happen is because of physics, she's gonna move up here. So she's thinking, pull that bar down, push that chest up here, squeezing those shoulder blades nice and controlled on the way down. If you need to, you can use those hips a little bit and drive up and pull yourself as you're getting stuck, maybe on that last rep or so here. If you are struggling to get 5 reps from this position, what we're gonna do is we will turn around and we will do our traditional TRX row, just stepping in as far as you need to. Now, as you step in to get deeper here, you're gonna start to feel like you might slip. So the secret is to keep 1 foot flat, and that's gonna keep you not from sliding any further in, but feel free to make an adjustment to that weight. Challenge yourself. You can always make it a little bit lighter as you're getting tired. So we're gonna go for 5 reps here. Nice job, Coach. From there, we're coming over to our flat bench press here with those dumbbells. We got Coach T here. Same thing. We want a weight that you feel like you can do 6 reps with, and we're just gonna do 5. So we want them to be pretty challenging. Get those hands up, nice and controlled on the way down. Squeezing those shoulder blades, pulling outside your armpits and your chest. Deep breath in on the way down. Push that air out as you press them up here. If you need it, I'll be here to spot, or a coach will be able to spot. We'll kind of give you a little bit of tactile contact here in order to guide you just a little bit. If you need it, we'll only offer that help if you look like you're struggling. After that 5th rep, you have a couple options. You can bring those hands down to your chest and sit up from here. Some people feel comfortable doing that. If you'd like, you can also bring those dumbbells down to your chest and then uncurl them to the floor like you're setting down 2 glasses of wine here, okay? So let them hit the floor. I'm not worried about the shoulder, or I'm not worried about the dumbbells on the floor. I want to protect those shoulders. 5 reps over here, and then our 3rd exercise of this circuit is the sled push and drag. So we got Coach Carey over here. Now we want this to be heavy. We're gonna be going down, pushing the sled down and dragging it back. So I really want you to challenge yourself with that weight. Obviously this is a very light weight for Coach Carey. Very, very, very light. She needs to challenge herself just to make it look more difficult, because what it really should look like is every step gets progressively tougher as you're trying to push it. You're gonna feel a little stronger on the drag here, so sit low and really challenge yourself. Big proud chest, shoulders down and away here. Nice and controlled, walking toe to heel here. Now, here, like I said, this went pretty fast because she was going, that's a pretty lightweight for her right now. She already got her workout in today. For demonstration's sake, we kept it light. For you, I want you to make it heavy enough that by the time you get to the end, before you get there, you start to think, how much further do I have to go? That's how heavy you need the weight, so you really want to get it over with. For our conditioning to finish this workout off, we are going to have 3 exercises we're going to work through. We're going to have about 10 minutes to work through them. We're going to aim for anywhere from 2 to 4 sets on this one. So the first one is we're going to start with our chin-ups or pull-ups here. So we got Coach Lynn demonstrating. She's using a band. If you need to, you can hang them across or top hang them as well. From that chin-up grip, palms facing you, you're gonna feel a little bit stronger here. Make sure you get those hands about shoulder width apart. Deep breath in, push that air out as you pull that bar down to you. You're gonna feel strong in this position. It's a little bit more tension on those elbows, so if you want, you can also try our pull-up grip here, palms facing away. Gonna feel a little more challenging here. Let's get one more good rep here, Coach. We're gonna get 5 to 10 reps here, so you're not gonna stop at 5 if you can do 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, but I also want you to stop 1 rep short of what you absolutely can do, so don't let yourself fail on a rep here. Nice job there, Coach. From there, their second exercise, we're gonna come over to our kettlebells and work our kettlebell swings. So we got Coach Carey over here. Give yourself about a foot's distance away from the kettlebell. And we're gonna get set up here, nice, about hips width or a little bit wider, maybe shoulders width, set up for those feet. We're gonna push that butt back toward the wall, chest up, break that bell. You're gonna hike that kettlebell back, drive those heels through the floor, Stop that kettlebell at your I like to say belly button height, because if you think shoulder height, most people go higher. I say belly button because it usually gets people to stop right at that chest and shoulder height here. Now Carrie's demonstrating our dead stop swings one at a time. Hike it back, drive it up, play chicken with that bell, and then park it. If you're going to either do 5 of those, or you can do 10 repetition swings here, playing chicken with that bell, sit those hips back, and then drive right back up. Deep breath in on the way down, push that air out as you drive up. Think about throwing that kettlebell across the room, glutes are squeezed, kneecaps pulled up here, 10 reps, 5 or 10 reps here, and then we're moving on to the next exercise. Nice job, Carrie. From there, we're coming over to our slant boards with Coach Tia, and we're gonna finish this off with some cyclist squats. So you're gonna get set up there, hips width apart or narrow with those feet on our cyclist squats. You can use some weight here as well. Tia's holding that dumbbell. Nice and controlled on the way down. Let those knees track over the toes. Don't let those knees cave in on you. So think about pushing those knees apart here, going right over those toes. Get as slow as you feel comfortable. We're aiming for 10 reps here. So grab a weight that challenges you. If you start to struggle with that weight, just set it down and finish up with your body weight here. But we're gonna get 10 quality squats in, and then give yourself time to recover. We're going for anywhere from 2 to 4 sets of this, so give yourself 60 to 90 seconds to recover between rounds. Nice job, everybody.